when time shrivels, when days bled like gold medals, when the rhythm of your lover's puppy shoes slowly abate. When does your respirator turn down? 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 Doppler, affect. Your respirator, when does it turn down? Your respirator, when was it turned on? They're in.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Here is our theme song. Where is Brother Dan? And boom, welcome to LeafCast. Let's start again. Welcome to LeafCast.
Go ahead.
Welcome to the LeafCast, a first-time reader show based on the epic fantasy series of Well-Time by Rob Jordan. My name is Ryan. I'm currently holding loyal to his word.
And I am Ryan's brother Dan, and we will follow like stalking ridge cats, like hunting wolves. We are the way of the leaf, and this is the LeafCast.
And this is episode 71. Sorry, I'm eating my dinner.
Oh.
We're covering chapters 18 and 19 of The Shadow Rising. And with us, we have our esteemed guests, Josh and KayK. Sedai. Welcome,
howdy, everybody.
Hey, how y'all doing?
What up, KayK? What up, DJ Little Josh?
There's no DJ, my friend.
No. A bunch of, most of the rappers my kids like now, they all have Lil in their name. So I just figured you had bling, and you're from Florida. That's kind of what they do, right? Florida people.
Florida people
Put Lil in front of their name.
A little, yeah, definitely. No bling though.
Well, you are still crunk in my eyes.
Hello, Mr. Howley.
Yes, hello everybody.
Mistress Dovie. Hello, MaTsDaGgerX. Hello, Benjamin Reno. Hello, Karri John. Is that
So,
okay?
guys,
Are we hearing background music?
Super.
yes.
Beautiful.
We are.
Well done, Ray. So, you guys just want to jump into it? Is there anything you need to get off your chest or anything?
How's
Well, I
everybody's week
mean,
been?
Say
I'm
again,
sorry.
Josh?
Super.
Everybody's week's been good. Nice
Good.
President's Day.
My favorite of the holidays.
My favorite holiday. Yeah. President's Day. Yes. And we celebrate by reading biographies of our favorite presidents. I just went through my entire Polk. I love to reread my Polk biographies. There's at least 5.
What year was that again, Ryan? When was he president?
That was 1776. The greatest year.
The greatest year.
I went at my normal tradition is to go to Mount Rushmore and throw eggs at the president's faces. It is way higher than you think. You cannot get an egg up there. I throw
You keep
eggs.
trying.
I don't even get close.
You don't bring your helicopter for that, Brother Dan?
I don't.
I'm just imagining a puppet dangling from a drone, and just like shitting eggs out of its open orifice.
Yep.
How often do you imagine that?
Only once, thankfully.
Okay.
I have like a barrel of monkeys holding me that are holding by their tail and stuff, and then I'm.
Indeed.
Yeah.
You would
we
just
wouldn't
get
have it any
blown.
other way.
They would just blow you out of the sky, right? You can't just like fly up to the fucking Mount Rushmore and shit an egg on it, can you?
I think you can.
I don't think you can fly a drone over Mount Rushmore now. I think they shoot it down.
Shoot that shit down there.
Or you at least get a nasty
It's
ticket.
a mountain. What? Come on. What?
It's a national monument.
You
You
get a close-up
can't fly
view.
there without. No, not without a permit. Just read Truman's. Still conflicted. Okay, Matt, we will.
Dagger.
Just read Truman's.
Thank
Oh,
you.
okay. So you just read Truman's biography?
Oh, I thought you meant Truman's Capote. He made a great Capote.
Truman's Capote.
Yeah, he's famous for like his Capote with a little dash of Southwest cream.
Well, that just sounds fabulous.
It just
Thank you, MaTsDaGgerX. You are the best. I blow you kisses. Mwah.
That was cute.
Guys,
like anybody who wants to be president. I mean, think about it. Think about wanting to be president. What, like, just the hubris alone. Just to stand, just to wake up one morning and be like, I just want to be in charge of 32 million people or whatever.
I just want to do that job.
What drives that? Amazing. They're all people I don't want to have beers with. Not one of them. I'd probably slap every one of them in the face at some point if in a conversation because I'd probably hate them. They'd probably be so rude or something. Something about them would make me so mad.
Food for thought.
Anyways.
I think it's more like they're business folk. They're I guess we can say businessmen without being pejorative in this particular point in history.
Yeah.
Until our current president leaves behind a legacy for his female vice president to take over.
Oh yeah. There you go.
That was delicate.
I was really close. That was really close.
Stay away, FBI.
No, they may be only the leaders in charge of about 32 million. Because I think the other 280 million are like...
Nice. Yeah. Yeah. Don't tread on me.
Argentina.
Thank God the president's not in charge of us, or life would really suck.
Life would suck.
All right. All right, let's be honest. Fucking Ben, Why do you gotta point out that I made a felt?
But you're svelter than they are.
I am the okay. It's all about the illusion. Do you need to see my abs?
No.
No, Ryan can take.
We don't need to see the chain link.
That
anti-lock braking system.
What? That doesn't even hurt. Doesn't even hurt. I could do this all day. You're gonna get tired, and I'm gonna push you over like it's Homer Simpson.
That was like Chucky's whole thing. Like, how are you gonna stop Chucky? He can't feel anything. He's a doll.
Right.
Yeah, everyone underestimated Chucky.
Flamethrower.
Yeah, that doesn't work that way. Guys, let's jump into this. Chapter 18. It is Into the Ways. We have the trefoil leaf. Trefoil. And this is pretty much they're leaving. Parent gets his axe. It's like, fuck. Hate this thing, but straps it on.
He also gets his hammer.
He gets his hammer, but he puts his hammer away. Puts it in his bag. Gall is there with him. Gall's spent the night just sitting on the floor. Because, they're primitives, right? They don't need a bed. Sorry. But
modern primitives, yeah, they got stretched ears and penis piercings and shit.
Yeah. Bernie, man.
Got tattoos on their from their lip down to their neck.
Yeah. Stretching their privates with weights and stuff.
Absolutely.
So he gets up before
strengthening.
He gets up before dawn. Gall's like, yeah, I'm ready. Gall was the only one who was willing to go with him. It's like, oh well.
He did save Gall's life.
And Gall mentioned
blood for blood.
So he says, hey, Gall, if I tell you, get Fael out of there. And he's like, I don't know, I'll try. He says, quote, I will do what I can, parent, for the blood debt I owe you, I will. Gall sounded doubtful. And we find out it's because she is bringing some friends with her, too.
She's very handy with those knives.
Couple IL named Bane and Shiad, I believe. How do you guys pronounce that?
Shiad.
Yeah, Chiad.
Okay. And they're maidens and they're badass. And Gall's like, yeah, I don't know. They got her back. I don't know. They're weird. We got blood feud.
Brother Dan, before you go on, let's say hi to Todd Coleman. I love how every time he's not here, we get to hear his fan fiction he's working on.
He's always boning down with two women. I'm sensing a theme here, Todrick.
Matt's wondering if you've been hanging out with some alt spots. Yeah, I mean, basically.
Not recently.
Well, I mean, just
certainly in the past.
We are an alt spot. We're walking alt spots. This show's an alt spot.
Yeah, but we're the kind of alt spot that people try to get out in their laundry. They're like, scrub that out.
But they're better off for it.
You just get one of them whiteout pens or Tide pens.
Tide to go pens.
Yeah.
I just replenished mine.
So we have a little history now with Gall and Bane and Shiad. It says that Shiad is Goshian, and her clan has a blood feud with Gall's. And he says, I will not dance spears with her unless she offers. He's like, what the heck?
Exactly, BR.
Or it's like too white, and you're like, dang it. Why did I just throw bleach on my shirt? So what do you guys think about this traveling group? We have Loyal, we have Perrin, we have Fael.
Well,
we got 3IL.
Brother Dan, I really love that scene that you quoted when he like jumps down and like, we will do this, and they're just like, me, 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 like cleaning their fingernails with their daggers and like laughing at him and shit.
Well, here's the whole line then, Ryan. It says, I will not leave him, Fael called, not even if he is yet too stubborn and foolish to ask a simple favor. Should that be the case, he may still follow me like a lost puppy. I promise to scratch his ears and take care of him. The Aiel women doubled over laughing. Gaul leaped straight up suddenly, kicking higher. Wah! 2 paces or more above the floor while twirling one of his spears. We will follow like stalking ridge cats, he shouted, like hunting wolves. He landed easily, lightly. Loyal stared at him in amazement. Bane, on the other hand, lazily combed her short, fiery hair with her fingers. I have a fine wolf skin with my bedding in the hold, she told Chiad. Wolves are easily taken.
God damn it. Everyone sucks.
And then Parrot's like, fuck you. A growl rolls in his throat. Yeah, so they're just off to just a fine start.
It feels, I feel like it's like a dark mirror. It's a dark mirror reflection of the last journey through the ways. Instead of Loyal leading 3 men and 2 women, he's leading 3 women and 2 men. And they're similarly entwined, but kind of from an inverse perspective. Here they're like at one another's throats more explicitly than our previous heroes, who were at one another's throats implicitly by nature of their history and shared experiences. It's just like, I feel like we're threading the needle back through the other direction.
Okay.
I love it. Yeah, no, that's a good point. I love it.
Kay, what do you think about this whole like Perrin and Fael dynamic that's going on? Apparently, all he has to do is ask or be less stubborn. But do you think that he has a right to be stubborn in this situation?
I think he's just trying to protect her, and that's his point of doing that. And she's just like gets really, I think, a little softer in this specific chapter, and is like, well, why don't you just say it? That's all you have to do is say it. I don't understand why you won't just say it. Yeah, and so she gets frustrated with him. I feel bad for her at this point because she's just like, why? And he's just like, I'm not doing anything about this. She needs to get the fuck out of here because she's gonna get hurt. I think he's more concerned about her than anything right now.
Right. He also did get tricked. She
he's
went
a little pissed about
back
that
to
too.
his friend, not her friend, and like roped Loyal into this whole trickery thing that I think is kind of rubbing him wrong too.
This is a good point. Does Fael know about Perrin and the wolves? Because what she said and explicitly referencing a little pup and scratching his ears, and
I feel like she definitely does. I mean, from what we've seen, it seemed like she absolutely like knows, but just doesn't acknowledge. I don't know that I've seen her acknowledge it straight on, Josh.
Yeah, that's a good question.
That's all good.
It straight on.
Or is she unconsciously?
Like she definitely notices it. I feel like we see from her point of view that she
knows
it. Like
notices
his yellow eyes, like notices the wolves are there, notices wolves protect them at certain times, and yeah, that he can do certain things, I think. But
MaTsDaGger's saying nope, he hasn't explained it yet.
Yeah, what do you think, Josh?
I don't recall him having explained it, so I agree with Matt, but I also agree with Kay that it seems like she intuits something at least. And for me, it comes to the crux of when she was bound in Tel'aran'rhiod, was how much of that was in her consciousness? How much of that did she perceive subconsciously? How much of it does she remember? We don't know any of that. But even if she only subconsciously perceived his stalking her through the Tel'aran'rhiod with the wolf in wolf form, and then like the shared vision that they had together, like it certainly seems like that information could have leaked through the barrier between them, whether or not it is conscious or been revealed or not.
Yeah, so Bier's with you. He's like, yeah, did she see him as a wolf in that form? I do believe she's commented that he can something about like, oh well, with his eyes. It was
he sees things, smells things like that they can't see.
Yeah, she notices that. Yeah.
Right.
Are we winning yet? We are not. But stick around, Elno. We to the end of the video.
You know what? It's a tie, I think, right now.
Oh, we had a tie.
It can go either way. So Perrin does see the IEO running his way, and points them out before in the past chapter, and she's like, really? And then she sees him after and doesn't really acknowledge. She seems kind of mad that he saw him. Right?
Yeah. The other thing I want to bring up is the idea of the water oath, which Perrin is sort of like, what's a water oath? But I think that is kind of an important detail, and it makes me feel a little yucky. Because like a water oath is like the agreement that like animals have at a watering hole in the Serengeti, right? Like you don't hunt at the watering hole, right? We won't banty spears at the watering hole, but outside of that, it's okay to have your blood feud.
Tell that to the crocodiles, right?
Right, when the water buffalo run across their river,
right?
So I don't know. There's a little bit of like implication that these people are like wildlings that I find a little like distasteful, but you know, that's just me probably.
The way I had always interpreted it is that they came from a place where water was scarce.
Yeah, so you don't want to fight at the watering hole, which is the source of your life, right?
Right, or it is also that I will share water with you kind of thing.
They're sacred places essentially for them.
It's a yeah.
You got a raffo, Josh.
Read and find out, buddy.
Yeah, and again, it's that POV where we're just learning about them.
Yeah, Water Brothers, exactly. Yeah, that's very Heinlein-esque. Yeah.
So yeah, we're just learning about the IEL through so far, right? Like non-IEL POVs. So there's always going to be that bridge. They're going to have to, figure out. So there's MaTsDaGger saying it's binding. So the water oath is binding in all caps. Stop yelling, Matt. Jeez.
Yeah. Come on now. All right, we
binding.
Jeez, man.
I don't need to be yelled at right now.
I know, and also Benjamin Refill. Read and find out, Josh.
All right, we got our first drinking obligation. Files on a horse named Swallow. So,
I love it.
Yep.
The horse, Swallow by name, was a fine animal of Terran breeding. Let's go. With slender ankles and an arched neck. All right.
So, do you think that Gull's like flip, like acrobatic ninja move, right? Like, was that actually something that he thought would intimidate them? Was he just compelled?
I took it on as like youthful exuberance.
Okay, he's stoked. All right, so he's showing off.
He's stoked.
Yeah. Okay.
He got offended though. He's all,
That's
we're not
my
dogs.
favorite thing Josh has ever said. Youthful exuberance.
Fuck you! He jumps up all kicking with no pants. Yay! Spinning his spear.
He doesn't say fuck you though. He says he goes along with it. He says we'll follow like stalking ridge cats. Like he plays into the metaphor, right?
Oh,
Right.
Oh, I was gonna say he didn't say puppets, and then he comes in the end And puppets. Thank you.
Puppet personnel. Nice. Guys,
I almost reported him for not saying hi to us.
Are puppets people?
Are puppet persons?
What? Well,
Well,
I identify as a person.
APP, baby.
There
I
you
just
go.
can't vote, which is
That's really all that matters. So
I mean, we do have an LLC.
APPT. Are puppets people too?
So they start
Start a
like
hashtag.
talking. Fael and Perrin are like,
Nice, Dan.
why can't you just be a fucking thing? And he's like, oh, why can't you just fucking? And the stone suddenly it says, quote, the stone rang like a monstrous bell, the stable floor leaping, the ceiling quivering on the point of coming down. What happened here, guys? I don't think we read anything that indicates there was a big seismic event. Is this Rand doing shit?
Presumably.
or maybe it's like both of their like TAVERN-ness causing ruckus.
Okay.
Oh. Interesting. Yeah, no, well, there's some text that kind of I thought made it a little explicit, Dan.
Well, it says that Perrin thinks that so it says everyone's running. Rand. Perrin knew it was him. The pull of TAVERN dragged at him, two whirlpools in a stream, drawing one another. Coughing in the falling dust, he shook his head as hard as he could. We ride now, Loyal.
Fayo asks later, is that Rand? And he says, no, he lies. And then the narration is like, he lies, right?
I don't see that. What happened? Was
he
that
says,
him?
I don't. He says, I don't know.
Perrin lied. Yeah.
I don't know.
Perrin lied.
Perrin lied. So yeah, so he's convinced that basically is Rand making that shit go down.
Feels
Feels like
But
what?
this
Sorry.
is Perrin's thoughts. That's what I'm saying. So what? I was just asking, what do you think actually happened? Was it Rand? Was he getting mad at High Lords and fucking flipping out and shaking the whole stone?
I was about to say, I think it feels very similar to them through the looking glass, right? Like, it's similar to what happens in the other world on the alien plane, right? Where the castle starts ringing and shaking.
Oh, okay. Okay.
It made me
when
think,
he was
harken back to
in
that.
the,
but
No, that's awesome.
in
I
the
like
stone,
that.
in that twisted doorway.
yeah.
Okay. Yeah, it does start ringing. Oh,
I have no idea if they're connected, but it harkened back to that for me.
absolutely. So, Perrin and Fayo, GTFO, as they say. They ride straight through the Dragon Wall gate. Although the Dragon Wall is nowhere near it, that's just the direction it's facing. They ride. The IEO catch up. Like I mentioned before, Perrin sees them much earlier than Fael does. But no big deal. Loyal is uncomfortable with all this shit. Loyal, I think, represents everyone who is just caught in the middle of just horribleness. And Fael and Perrin are kind of mostly to blame. The IEL are just kind of accessories to their disagreement. The women, Bane and Shad, find it funny. And
They double over laughing.
they're just there for the jokes. They're just there for the lulls.
They're like, that is funny.
Hey Ryan, I think we have a mandatory.
I know. I've seen it building up.
Amazing.
Bell.
Too cute.
Thank you, Village Mattress. It's good.
Thank you.
You're right. It's been a while. It's been a while. Yeah, there we go. Yeah.
It's the last show.
Ah, yeah.
You got everyone participating. And wake up the neighbors with a good Bella, would you?
Seriously. You need to, like, train your chickens to say Bella. Uh-oh.
Bok, Bella?
No.
Is that what you...
No, the
Or
roosters.
Cockadoodle Bella.
Cockadoodle Bella.
Bella doodle doo. Bella.
You know.
That's funny. All right, let's all right,
Anyway,
so
we were talking about how frustrated Loyal was, and he was super anxious, and the Aiel people thought it was funny.
Loyal has a rough chapter here. Not only is he
Yeah.
hanging out around with these two factions that is forcing him to choose, he also
Gets super pissed off. Yeah.
He gets super pissed off because the grove that the Ogier grew in order to remind them of steading life has been completely laid waste. It's gone. There is no grove now. All the trees have been cut down, and Loyal's like, man, this is a travesty. You guys don't understand. This was like, everyone pretends to love the Ogier. Oh, we love the Ogier. Yet you cut down our groves. It says, quote, men thought Manatharan, my people's greatest triumph, but we knew it to be the grove there. Gone now, like this. Gone, and it will not come back. Perrin said he smelled of fury. Perrin has a rough chapter. He's, and I feel for him
So sad.
deeply within this whole thing. He's put in a situation where he has to mediate between people who are not cooperating, and he's just seeing desecration of his history and the what kind of their people's, you know, this was a tradition that they it was a gift to themselves and the people, and it gets cut down. It's, yeah. Anyways, I'll get off my soapbox now. But I mean, you guys have any thoughts about Loyal in this situation?
No, it occurred to me just like I felt bad for him because that thing that he said kept coming back into my head about him just wanting to see the groves, you know, like he was on this journey to see the groves. And so just...
Right, and so imagine that. Like, you're off to go see the groves, and it's gone. It's just gone. And the same with Manatharan. There is no grove there anymore. And just seeing, like, when you expect it, and you're like, God damn it, I feel it. It's supposed to be here. There's supposed to be trees, and there's nothing.
I know.
God.
Well, yeah, it's like
So what
when you
happened
go back
to it?
it's like when you go back home and you want to go to Bob's Big Boy, Dan, and Bob's Big Boy's not there anymore.
Now it's a Texas Lucy's that just serves chili on spaghetti.
Chili on spaghetti?
Yeah, it's called a Cleveland
Chili three-way.
chili or something. Yeah, three-way. You're right.
The
I could
chili
go for a chili
three-way?
three-way
Yeah,
right now.
yeah, chili, onion, and cheese, right?
Yep.
God, I'm getting
Yum.
turned. All right.
Or a chili five-way. That's also good.
Guys,
Have you guys never been to Steak and Shake?
Why would I?
I'm aware of it, but I've
Right,
never
It's a southern thing, I think, for the most
Yeah,
part.
I would go and I would just.
It's the
I would walk
closest thing
out
we
to
have
and
to
go,
In-N-Out Burger.
and walk out.
Is it good?
I'm starting to sweat. I
fine.
gotta take off my sweatshirt. Hold on.
It's fine.
Yeah.
Oh, that three-way chili talk. Guys, you didn't know.
Do
she
they
has
have
this thing
3-ways
with
and
chili?
5-ways there?
They do. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Where's Mistress Dovie when you need her for this talk?
3-ways and 5-ways?
It's in the Midwest too, Ben? Okay.
I think they have some near me. I've seen them, but I've never stopped. But yeah,
I guess it's an East Coast thing.
Steak and shake. I'm almost a lifelong
It's
vegetarian.
called. They also call that the meat sweats, right? It's a
Meat
steak
sweats?
and shake or the meat sweats. I mean, either it's that feeling after you're all.
We can't hear you now, Kay.
Big steak.
I just came in on the meat sweat.
Instead of the DTs, it's the meat teas.
Yeah. the meat
Size D meat TTs.
The delirium meat trends. All right,
Oh.
guys, let's stop all this meat talk
Yeah, you're right.
and let's.
Never.
They get to the Waygate. The Waygate is Loyal knows how to do it. We all seen it happen. He finds that cool trefoil leaf, moves it, puts it in a certain spot, and the whole thing just kind of comes alive and opens up. Perrin and
that's
Gall.
so funny.
What's up?
MaTsDaGger, to reference your point, he was really feeling you talking about Loyal. He said, think Native Americans looking at a depleted buffalo plains, and it breaks the heart, right?
Yeah.
And what did I come up with? Bob's Big Boy.
And you came over, and I started talking meat sweats.
What's wrong with us?
Gross. They get to the Waygate. Loyal opens it up. And it's the same. It has that shimmery, weird mirror. Perrin and Gall go in first. They have a little chat real fast. He's like, hey, Fael's upset with you. Hey, we just crossed into the ways, the scariest place ever. But Perrin, Fael's a little upset with you. So it says, quote, she seems to think you have broken some sort of agreement. Banish Yad. Do not let them get you alone. They mean to teach you a lesson for Fael's sake, and you will not sit on that animal so easily if they manage what they plan. Perrin's like, I agree to nothing. Don't tell me what to do. You're not the boss of me. More or less. And he's like, yeah, we're going to go over this bridge. And Gall's like, bridge? There's water here?
I know.
Like,
you can almost hear his knees going rattle.
Yeah, he's like, water? I thought this place was just dark. The line, it says, quote, do you know what you're doing, Perrin? No, Perrin admitted, but there's no reason for Fael to know that. Gall laughed. It is fun to be so young, is it not, Perrin? And Perrin's like, I don't know what the fuck that means. But he's like, let's just go. We're not even waiting for him. They'll meet us at the Waygate. I hope she worries. Or the guidepost, yeah. And he's like, quote, if she's worried for a few minutes until she found him at the guidepost, it was the least she deserved. So this is not, this is dysfunction personified.
I mean, hey, well, this might be like, imagine the makeup sex. Maybe, I don't know. Why? Yeah, they're not getting along right now.
Nope. No.
And, a lot of this is just based on this whole kind of Three's Company, like, Perrin just won't tell her why he's going, right? Like, he has a secret motivation he won't let on, remember? I will remind everyone, he won't, right? He's going to go and give himself up to the White Cloaks because he killed a couple of them, and the only way he thinks he could save the Two Rivers is to go basically sacrifice himself.
Correct.
And he doesn't want her to witness that. So he tried to say, you can't come. And she's been punishing him ever since. Now it's just, what do you guys think about that? Would it have changed if he was more forthright?
This is a common theme.
Specifically, if he was more forthright.
Well, their whole fight, they're in a huge fight. They're in a drag out knuckle.
So would they be getting along?
Yes.
Better if along the way, if he had been more honest with her.
Yes. What do you think Fire would have done?
I mean, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Let me think about that one for a second.
It's a weird question. It's kind of, I mean, it's maybe an unfair question. She was trying to stop him.
Well, to your point though, Ryan, she is not buying his bullshit.
No.
He's like, I need to just go alone. You can't come. In fact, Bearlane, she's cute, and I want to hunk her boobs, and Bearlane, I want to kiss her like we're in France, and
he did this whole stupid song and dance.
You ain't doing nothing.
Yeah, I mean that's a whole play. Like, yeah, Rand did that. YL knows saying that Rand pulled that play back in book 2. It's kind of. I was surprised to see it happen again in this book. I was like, okay, they're going back to that trope. But yeah, so Perrin tried to kind of upset her and force her to break up with him, I guess. I don't know.
But he gets an improper sense of duty in a weird way.
Mm-hmm.
And she has, I mean, the poor guy doesn't understand what love is. I mean, can you really?
Is he underestimating her as someone who could actually help him in this situation also? Like is he underestimating her as a woman or something like that?
He just is going to die, and he doesn't want her to die along with him. But he knows that she loves him enough to sacrifice herself, but he doesn't understand enough about it to make that the priority. That's how I interpret it.
Okay, interesting. Yeah. I mean, I was wondering, I mean, there's also kind of a hubris in just thinking that's the only way out of the situation. Like, he just solved it all by himself.
Well, he got excited when he thought that the Aiel would be joining him, and that they could take out the White Cloaks potentially. But then when that didn't come to pass, he sort of backslid into this depressed, misplaced sense of responsibility and martyrdom, essentially.
Yeah.
Okay.
Maybe he just is so laser focused on also, like what you're saying, I mean, but also wanting to just I don't know, laser focused on accomplishing his mission, and like we were talking about, doesn't want Fael to get in the way and get hurt, but also just doesn't want her to be a distraction. Just I don't even want anything else going on. Like you were saying, doesn't understand love too, so doesn't understand how to make that sacrifice or understand how that might even work.
Yeah.
Well, but would she have respected him if he
was more honest?
Yeah, if he's like, I got a warrant.
No, I think she's really stubborn. I think she would have been just nope. Well, then that's even more of a reason. Now at least I know, and I'm coming with you, and we're just gonna plan this shit out. And
so she's ride or die.
I'm gonna help you. I think she's ride or die. Yeah.
Okay.
That's what
I mean, I think that she is pulled along by their own TAVERN. This goes back to what I talked about last week, where
is it love or TAVERN?
Well, I mean, there's the two birds, right? And Min's vision. And we know Fael is one of them. Is Bearlane the other? Is that... Yes, young love for you, exactly. Is that conflict, quote-unquote, of the birds on each shoulder part of his TAVERN-ness and necessary for him to play the hero's role of returning to his home of Manetheren to save it from the White Cloaks' purification? It's how far do you want to go down that pathway without having read more of the book? I could imagine a storyline where this is all a part of his triumphant return in the hero's quest, and this as a part of a mini
you've been talking about Perrin going back and what was your prediction about Perrin?
I think he's going to become like a ruler or like somehow
of like the
champion of Manetheren, like king. I don't know exactly, but some sort of like royalty. Essentially, it's kind of like I imagine that he's like the Manetheren royalty. I don't know exactly how to piece it all together, but that's just a sense.
So we've okay. So you mentioned Perrin and the birds on his shoulder. We also earlier in the last week or the week before, Moiraine was criticizing Rand for his, and she's done it a couple times, for his study, for his research, for the fact that he is trying to get as much information about this stuff as possible. Let me ask you, is it good that they hear these predictions? Does it dictate their actions? Or this bird thing, do you find that it will or could have already influenced Perrin's actions? I won't even talk about Rand because Rand is dealing with all kinds of prophecies and stuff, but just like from Min's viewings.
Yeah, I mean, I think it led him to behave the way he did to save Fael in the first place, and to kind of like endure his own being sliced up.
So is that the only reason he went into the dreamland, is because he incorporated her into his the prediction that Min had given?
I mean, I don't know about the only reason, but I feel like whether it's TAVERN or his own self-perception and getting tied up in his own story, I mean, it's like how do you, where this is that free will TAVERN argument kind of just encoded in this particular
because I noticed you didn't mention love at all in any of these options for why Perrin did it, and so that's the, I guess,
I do think love is
the
involved.
question and the tragedy regarding a TAVERN, though, is whether everything is predestined, including your emotional attachments to people, or whether you have the right to choose the person you love. And with Min saying there's birds, who knows, right?
I mean, it seems like Rand has the same problem, right? Like when we heard from Elida the last time, she talked about her viewing that told her that something special had to happen in Caemlyn that would be related to the saving of the breaking of the world.
Right. I think
and then we see that Rand is falling in love or being courted by the next queen of Caemlyn. And the heir to the Lion Throne. Like, it's just, it's all connected, obviously, because it's a novel. But
there's the power of suggestion, right? And on some level, like there's you could almost theorize that any prophecy or any prediction that's been stated aloud, and the person who's it is involving hears it. It's shady. It's not 100% true. I mean I don't think it's with. Well, I mean I'm not gonna say what I think about Min's predictions as a whole, but there are these instances where the individual hears it.
Is it a shaping of the future or a vision of the future?
Yes.
And that's the razor's edge, right?
If she saw like a bird on one shoulder and then a bear on the other, would he end up with Bearlane?
Well, I mean, just think about like if somebody came to you and told you everything that was going to happen in your life, right? Like, would that affect what you do in your life? And is your life already predetermined? I mean, this is a little bit different, right? Because we know that their life has some predetermination because of the TAVERN-ness. But, it's an interesting thing to think about. And specifically within this book, I think it's obviously like a forever question of how much free will do they have, if any?
Well, and let's take that even further, Kate. So if I could tell you the day and time you would die. Would you want to know that spoiler? Min may have that ability. She blocks everything out that she sees. She has like, I hate it, I hate it, I hate it. But I mean, it comes to that question is we all hate spoilers. So if you could hear the day and time or method that you die, let's say just time of day and method, would that affect your so if you heard that, in the afternoon you will die in a car accident, then that will affect your behaviors.
Yeah, if I knew like what date and time, or like what date and how I was gonna die.
Well, let's not even say the date, just how you're gonna die and the time of day.
And
So
the time of
noon,
day, I don't know when.
At noon, you will get hit by a bus.
Then like
And
every
you're like,
day at
well,
noon, I'd like bunker down, I mean, it
Right.
would change my behavior for sure.
Right.
And I
Oh
could-
yeah, well yeah, you would go. I don't think a human can know that information emotionally.
Right.
I think
I don't
we
think
would
so.
I mean, there's those. Some people have to face that, but as a species, if we were all walking around with that information, like, God damn it, we'd all be very different people, wouldn't we? The exact date and time. So in your scenario, Dan, if you didn't like the way you're gonna go out,
Would it be that way though, or would you just live life to its fullest because you knew its eminence? I think that's
What
another
would
one of
you
those
do?
questions, like
Right.
free will
Well, yeah.
or TAVERNness. Like
yeah.
it can go both ways, right?
Right. If I knew I only had 24 hours, would I want to know? Well, yeah, but no. You know,
Yeah.
who knows?
Yeah.
I wouldn't want to sleep in that day and I'd want to have a good breakfast. I want to just have Cheerios.
Yeah.
I'm having the best breakfast I can have. Anyways.
I'm glad the bar is higher than Cheerios for you.
Yeah, we're going big on my last day. So they enter the ways. Perrin and Gald split off. They're like, we know the way. We just follow this white line. We know what's up. They're gonna be scared. Let them be scared. Ha. Bye. Is there anything that we want to talk about that I missed regarding Perrin and File and Loyal and their entourages separately going into this scary place?
Yeah.
Okay, is there anything I missed?
I don't think so.
Okay, Josh, is there anything because otherwise we'll just jump into take a quick
we can
break.
keep going.
And then... Okay, let's
take a break then. It's halfway
we're coming
point, correct?
back, right? And we are coming back with Shots and He Says.
Yes.
Yay!
The long-awaited return.
It's been a while.
I'm so excited.
Yeah.
we have Shots. I like the computer says hello.
Yep. Hello. All right. I have not updated our ads in a while, but let's. You guys have all seen this, but stick around. Do make sure to realize that the Village Mattress ad is a real thing. People have asked us if we're joking around. No, it is an actual real thing. Village Mattress is a real company, and they are sponsoring us. So if you are in line for
Family-owned small business.
if you're in line
We're
for
just
any sort of
sorry
upgrade in
about,
your
like-
sleeping life, you want better sheets, better pillows, better furniture, you want it shipped to your door, you want to have the best customer service ever, please reach out to Village Mattress. Chris from Village
Honestly,
Mattress.
if you only had 24 hours to live, you would really want to sleep on a nicer mattress than what you have now. So upgrade your game now. Don't wait until that very last day of your life.
All right. We gotta do that. We gotta do that caveat at the end. We cannot promise 24-hour delivery of any product before you die. If you're going to die in 24 hours and you do not receive your products in 24 hours, you cannot.
Please pick it up. Awesome. Thank you, MaTsDaGger. Well
All right,
done.
hell, let's just keep that up. All right, I'll see you in 10.
Intent.
What are we?
Here.
What's that?
What are we listening to? Oh,
It's one of our,
it's the
it's
whole-
one of our
okay.
ads.
Okay.
Here. Have some of that. You need to keep up your strength.
The traffic.
I can't read
The
that.
boss.
I can't read that.
The baby. The dog. That does it. Calgon, take me away.
Lose your cares in the luxury of a Calgon bath. Calgon softens the water to leave skin feeling silky smooth as it lifts your spirits. The soft, luxurious, fragrant world of Calgon.
I love it.
Pamper yourself with a Calgon bath. Lose yourself in luxury.
We all stand with you.
Did you know it only takes 15 minutes to save 15% on your car insurance?
Devil, hover, wind and fire. Wind and burn. I'm gonna see the world turn. Like a wheel in the house. I'm quiet as a mouse as I creep into a hole in your wall, just like I'm super small. You can just call me Terry. And you're tall. You can't carry my water, can't carry my dick. That can't catch a toy on a stick.
Do another one.
Okay, about what? Okay.
Wait. Hopper, dapple, burn a wind.
I tried to do good, but I ended up I sinned. I put my pee out in the park. Some people made a dog bark. A cop came and he put on the cuffs. He grabbed me by the neck and he was kind of rough. He threw me in the car and he slammed the door. I was sitting right next to a beautiful young woman.
amazing when people tell me that electronic music has not got soul, and they blame the computers. They got the finger and point at the computer. It's like, there's no soul here. It's like, you can't blame the computer. If there's not soul in the music, it's because nobody put it there.
I like all them rotating balls, Ryan. I like that video.
Thank you. Josh put together the images for the video.
I like those rotating balls, Josh.
Thanks, Dan.
The music was pure collabs. Everyone, thank you from the bottom of my puppet heart for sticking around and watching us and supporting us through this year and a half we've been doing this. It's been a great time, and I don't say it enough. Thank you, thank you, thank you. You guys are the best. I honestly don't think if there's like 0 people in, I think we would have quit a long time ago. We're not. This is. Well, never mind. I don't know what I'm getting at. I'm just imagining. It's like people say, "Oh, we do it because we love it," but you guys are great. It's like, no, we do it for you. You're here, and we do it.
Yeah,
we love it.
I appreciate you guys. Yeah. Thank you for spending your Tuesdays with us. For real. I do love it. Guys, we're on chapter 19. 19 is my favorite number. If anyone is wondering.
Like currently or as ever wondered?
Ever. No, it is, yeah, currently or ever. It's 19. In the trivia annals.
4 short of the best number.
Is
the only good number. 23.
Is Dean Moxley still here?
I know everybody's in the chat knows all about the Illuminatus. So.
Awesome.
I think Dean probably split. He didn't have the patience, but we got some Andro who doesn't like rotating balls. I hear you. We have Mohammed Golem.
Andro. Oh, Andro, I DM'd you in Discord. I can't wait to hear your response.
Anyways, chapter 19, guys. Oh, we have a new chapter.
Busted.
Well, hello, Kay.
As my son would say, bring it.
Oh, yeah?
Seriously.
You're like, you want
Bring
breakfast? And he says, bring it. Or you're like, hey, go to bed. And he's like, no. And you're like, oh. And then he's like, bring it.
Yeah, you're like, hey, dinner's on the table, and he's like, bring it. And you're like, all right, and you bring it over to him while he's playing, Super Mario Karts.
No, I think he's saying that his very, very young son is already having that man to son challenge. Like dad, he's already trying to he's like stepping up to his
Not
dad.
even
like,
2.
Bring it, yeah, bring it. He's like,
guys, I think we have a new chapter icon.
Oh.
Have we seen this one before?
Is this the wave dancer?
The wave dancer, correct?
I love it.
Let's.
It is the 2 birds you were just talking about.
It is.
A boot.
Talking a boot.
A boot.
A boot.
Those are the birds that brought Noah back the olive branch.
Isn't this the? Well, yeah.
These are the birds that they launched at the Olympics.
I just want to point out that Kay complained that she was getting too hot in a hoodie, and then she went and then put on a fucking elastic
a thermal jacket.
She's now a
much bigger
Sherpa.
jacket. Yeah.
I was. But then you came in for a minute, and
the door opened. Yep. Oops.
Got very cold.
So cold.
Yeah.
So cold.
So I went and got my big blanket sweatshirt.
All right, so the wave dancer, cool icon. It's birds giving each other high fives. And we have an Elaine chapter.
It's Elaine, right?
Yep.
So is the star something about Andor?
Oh my god, Josh.
Okay. Where? How do you connect? Hey, Dean. How do you connect Andor to the star?
You're funny, Dean.
I feel like there was something about a star with Andor. I don't remember though.
Okay. Right on.
Isn't it?
Are these
it's the star of Andor, right?
Yeah. Are these pigeons? Like,
What is
bringing
that?
messages?
Star of Andor. What is that? Yeah, well, pigeon.
Yeah.
They have pigeons everywhere, right? The Aes Sedai have little pigeon message
Oh,
pigeons.
this could be
These don't look
the Sea People's icon too. It could be the Tuathana Mire or whatever they're called.
Speaking of which.
Oh yeah, they
right.
talk about the tattoos and like wavy symbols, curly wavy symbols with birds and things. Maybe this is that.
Well, I think that this
Gotta go
is
back to my
a
description.
prime time
Athanier.
to bring back a segment we haven't done in probably a couple months. I don't think we've done it this whole book, but we do have some pronounce this that's gonna be going on.
All right.
Oh.
Here
Guys, it's back. It's sweeping the nation, where we have our first-time readers. We put them on the spot. We throw the spotlight in their eyes, and they must commit to how this is pronounced. And then we have the official pronouncing done by our own very good friend, Chancey.
All right. So, contestants, pronounce this.
We'll start with Kay. You go first on this one.
Oh yeah, I got this. Okay. Coindin Jubai Wild Winds.
I like that. All right. Josh, do me a favor. Pronounce this.
Koine Din Jubai Wild Winds.
Okay.
So you said Jubai, you said Jubei.
And you said Coine, right? What'd you say?
Koine. All right.
Koine.
There. Sir.
Okay.
There is a rare.
Chancey says. No!
It's been so long since we've done this.
Oh, that was awesome.
Oh no, I lost it. Hold on.
Chancey says.
Just kidding.
Okay.
Bella.
All right, no, I'm going to remedy this real
sound
fast.
like
Hold
her at all.
on. Hold on. Oh, annoying. Let me go to Discord. Where'd it go?
Jubai is a pretty cool last name. Jubai.
Wild Winds is the family name.
Wild
They're given
Winds.
their nickname.
Maybe that's.
All right.
Clan name.
Yeah, that might be their clan name, huh?
You see how fast this is going? Share
Ryan, you're killing
screen.
it.
What is like
I
your
wish I
name
had crinkly paper.
for Native American folk? What is their like when they get their spiritual name? Like, isn't that what it is?
All right, everyone, here it comes. Okay. We got that?
It didn't happen.
You didn't hear that?
No.
Nope. Negative.
Where are we at? Oh! Yeah, here we go. Getting better at this.
Hither thou goest.
Quine din Jubai Wild Winds.
Quine.
Right.
Do it again, Ryan. Can you
Quine?
rewind it? Is it?
Little Josh.
Quine din Jubai Wild Winds.
Quine.
Did you buy?
Coine, didn't you buy? Wild.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
Nice
Okay.
job.
Quine.
Oh.
Look at that. Did you see how it just centered itself like that, Ryan? That was groovy.
Thank you.
Jorin Din Jubai White Wing. They are sisters, right? So.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Jorin. Yeah, I don't know. I don't have anything different. Okay. Jorin Din Jubai White
Okay.
Wings. I don't know if that matters though. You can't emphasize things.
Doran and... All right, well, no, let's just hear.
Hey.
Jorin din Jubai White Wing.
Jody.
All right. You guys killed it. There's two more, though.
Two more. as this.
Okay.
Dorel.
Okay.
Headcanon.
Lil Josh.
Dorelle.
Dorelle. Chancey says.
Dorele.
Josh. Okay, you're a floor tile just dropped under you into a bottomless pit. If you get one more wrong, you fall into the trap.
Don't give me that metaphor, Brother Dan. I will jump through this fucking barrier and kick your little felt ass.
All right, there's sharks.
Fine, sharks. Shark me up. I'm good. Okay. Sharks are better.
Little Josh, can you pronounce this?
Toram. Toram.
¿Qué es today?
Toram.
All right. They got a consensus, right?
We'll see.
Toram.
Chancey says.
Toram.
It's different.
It's different.
That's different. It's not
You guys are both wrong.
Toram.
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 Yeah.
Toram.
You guys all suck.
Getting
There's
some
like a
Hindi guttural pronunciation thing going on there.
Toram. It's the correct pronunciation. Is that what you meant to say?
Yeah.
Because
Right?
Chancey said. Guys, like and subscribe, by the way.
Oh, yeah.
So, all right, chapter 19. We are getting into the sea folk, y'all. So they have a bumpy ride.
Wait, we didn't do the name of the sea folk? Athaan Miere? Or whatever the fuck it is? Come on.
I didn't.
How did we not do that?
That's
Brother
true,
Dan.
because that's pretty. She had trouble pronouncing.
That was my fault. I totally should. But I thought, to be honest, I thought that we had done that before. Actually, so I try not to repeat.
Maybe in like a
them,
different book.
I think that we've pronounced that before.
When we were with Old Boy.
Maybe, I don't know. They've mentioned the sea folk before, I think. I don't know. I think I've done it, but if not, that's my failing. But that's why I didn't. I did actually think of it. They have a bumpy ride. Boom, boom, boom. Nynaeve is difficult. She's a difficult person sometimes. I do not like people who yell at staff. I don't like people who take their venting out on a waiter or waitress. I don't like someone who yells at an Uber driver. I don't like these kind of things. And yet, quote, Nynaeve climbed out of the carriage behind her, tying a green traveling cloak at her neck and grumbling to herself into the driver. Tumbled about like a hen in a windstorm, thumped like a dusty rug. How did you manage to find every last rut and hole between here and the stone, good man? That took some true skill. A pity none of it goes into handling horses. He tried to hand her down, his face, narrow face sullen, but she refused his aid. Gross.
Yeah.
Gross.
Yeah. And then later on, she's like, "Oh, that's Nynaeve. This is their custom." She's like, "Fuck that." She don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
Oh, Nynaeve's job as the wise woman was to put people in their place, right?
Well, that's what she thought it was. I don't know if that's in the manual. I don't think every freaking wise woman has to walk.
If you've ever read Terry Pratchett, like Granny Weatherwax in that, I don't know, it's just like a common witchy wise woman kind of modality in fantasy.
This is like a 25-year-old woman, though.
I know.
She's gross.
Witchy woman.
Beauty.
Paris Hilton.
Just act differently, right? Like they just have a very different dynamic, I think. Well, it's interesting the way that they treat people, the difference. in the way that they treat people.
Well,
Especially
Elaine-
men, right? Like as the like part of the women's council, like wise woman, like it was her job to put the like fumbling, sheeple-brained Two Rivers menfolk like into their place. The wisdom manual, yes, exactly. Village Mattress.
DSN.
Hello, Diljit.
Diljit.
You may be right, but Elaine does not feel that, and she's a female. She ends up.
Yeah, but she's not a wisdom.
But she ends up showing common sense. I mean,
Does she, or does she act like a royal?
It says
deferring to her subjects.
She had found that a kind word and a little praise were usually received as well as silver was, if not better. So
it very much feels like she's looking down on the world from her perspective.
I feel like Nynaeve is looking down on the world more.
Well, they
than
both are in their own
Elaine
way. Yeah.
Yeah, but I think that Elaine shows it. It doesn't show it like Nynaeve. Like really is just like, you are paying them way too fucking much, and she's in that way, I guess. But she doesn't really. I don't think she shows it. At least not from the way I read it. She doesn't show it to, like the people that they're speaking to. And Elaine is much more polite and is just, she gets kind of frustrated with Nynaeve's, presence. Are you talking about that, Dan? And she's like, trying to, pay them swiftly. Thank you for bringing us safely and swiftly. And she's like, don't worry about the road.
She's like,
you
did your job.
You did your job. Thank you so much.
But there's a reason why the driver calls her my lady, which is a deference to her authority and position in society, right?
Sure,
Whereas Nynaeve's just a hard bitch. Like she's just like.
What? But would the driver have not referred to Nynaeve as my lady?
No. Not after she treats him that way. No.
Okay.
In fact, it even says right here in the text, "Lights send you a safe journey, my lady," he added. The merest flicker of his eyes towards Nynaeve said that wish was for Elaine alone.
Correct. Yeah, because Nynaeve was
being
mean.
a total B. Yeah.
Yeah.
Now,
of course.
I have to remind everyone and in chat, and we've talked extensively about this. Nynaeve has only been able to experience flow states in anger. She's only gotten positive rewards in her own like development through sheer anger. So anger at this point is
her MO,
habituated, and maybe like when things are going like struggle. I mean, she struggles anyway. Like, why would she?
Can we
not
give
turn
the
to
woman?
anger?
Let's give the woman the benefit of the doubt. She gets car sick, like she gets seasick.
Yes.
Okay. She got fucking car sick in the coach, and she was pissed.
She got
Who
coach
wouldn't
sick.
be?
She got coach sick.
I can feel
that
for
could
her.
very well be, but Elaine is embarrassed by her behavior
Mm-hmm.
and ends up spending more in tips because she's like, "Hey, sorry." And you know what? I would be the same way if, like, I was at dinner with someone who I thought was being unreasonable to a waiter. I would kick way more in for a tip and be like, as like sorry money. Hey, sorry.
Absolutely. I'm with you. I would do the same thing, Brother Dan. In fact, I do.
Oh man, I am a.
I am Libertarian.
Yeah, you cannot take me anywhere.
I said rare.
Garrett Hart.
That is rare. I meant medium.
I cannot confirm or deny.
So we meet the sea folk. Beforehand, Elaine is pretty much like, quote, tactful, Nynaeve. You might try to be a little tactful for once. And I think she puts it perfectly there. She also recognizes a little bit earlier, she says, quote, Nynaeve had to learn how to make allowances and give considerations. Truly, she did. Yep. And I agree with this character evaluation. She is traveling with Nynaeve. She's like, we can't fuck this up. So please, chill just chill, would you? All right, let's just chill. And she's like, yeah, I can be chill. I've been chilled. I'm ice cubes in your drink. She's like, no, no, seriously. She's like, yeah, I'm an iceberg. No, I mean really chill. No, I'm February in Michigan. No, please just chill. So they meet the sea folk. Boom. It's 2 women. And they are dressed a little differently than these girls are used to. For one thing, they got nose rings. Says here, quote, the older the pair, the one... Oh, go ahead.
I mean, before we get too far past this, Nynaeve does say that she's felt like she... So, but after bouncing all the way here, I feel as though I've been on horseback for a week. It isn't his fault you have a sore ass, but she says back, Elaine says.
Uh-huh.
Right, and Nynaeve barks a wry laugh. I said that, didn't I? So then this is what I'm talking about with, like, Nynaeve's perception of Elaine as acting as if she's royalty still. The handful of silver you gave him should soothe any wounds short of mortal. You really must learn to be more careful with money, Elaine. We do not have the realm of Andor's resources for our own use. Right? Like, she still is in this, like, mindset of the royalty. And whether that goes to deference or, like, just isn't how she tips people, like, it's something Nynaeve sees, and we're seeing this from Elaine's perspective, so it's kind of hard to, like, make a firm call one way or the other.
Well, and to your point, she says, Nynaeve always seemed to think they should live worse than servants unless there was reason not to, instead of the other way around, as made sense. Yeah, so there is that entitlement mentality.
The older woman did not appear to notice the expression that always put royal guardsmen on their toes.
Yeah. So she tells her, be cool, Nye. She's like, I am cool. I'm coolness personified. I'm dry eyes. They get onto the boat. There's bare-shirted men, just like a pirate novel. Pirate naval. They all were cleanly shaven with straight black hair and tattooed hands. There's women among the crew, as many as the men, with the same tattooed hands and the same baggy breeches. Elaine noticed with a small shark 2 or 3 women with rings on one side of their nose. But then they meet the head daddies, the queen ladies. The older of the pair, quote, the one in green wore 4 small gold rings in each ear and 1 in the left side of her nose. All worked so they sparkled in the morning sunlight. A fine chain ran from her tiny nose ring to one earring, supporting a row of tiny dangling gold medallions. And on one of those chains around her neck held a pierced golden box like ornate gold lace that she had lifted to sniff from time to time. The other woman, the taller, had only 6 earrings in total and fewer medallions. The pierced box she sniffed out was just as finely wrought. They come in. This is a different culture, guys. Right off the bat. There is no, you don't pay to ride with the sea folk.
So before we get too far past this, Kay, what do you think they're sniffing around their necks?
Oh, that's a good point.
I haven't the slightest.
You think it's drugs? You think it's perfume?
I don't know.
Frankincense?
Drugs. Let's go with that.
Yeah.
What do you think?
I think it's drugs too.
I think
it's some sort of like opiate like.
Oh, it's raining.
It is raining. I can hear it.
Yeah.
That was like out of nowhere.
Shit, I gotta go do something. I'll be right back.
Seriously. It's fucking raining.
It's not a snuff bottle though, Dan. It's a box that's pierced with holes. like an incense burner, kind of like is how I imagined it. Like a
Huh. Yeah, it is a box. But I never, I just always assumed it was just like this aristocratic, like, they just held it up and, yeah.
No, I think it's more like either for the smell of the docks or it's drugs. Maybe we'll find out, Raffo.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Yeah, maybe we'll find out.
So MrHowley thinks it's thought it was snuff. Benjamin Reno thinks always assumes it's oils for some kind of perfume. He says you can get that kind of snuff. MrHowley knows a guy.
It's ketamine therapy.
And it's a balsamic thing? Balsamic?
Like the Commodores people used to wear up into the middle of the 19th century. Hey, Secret Scroll. Commanders people.
Balsamic.
Balsamic.
Yeah, I'm not really sure what they are sniffing at, but they do have it.
Oh, a pomander, like a clove-studded apple, like you'd give to your grandma back in 1983 to like put in her drawer.
Oh,
pomander
like
apple.
A satchel when there's like smell.
No, a pomander apple. It's where you take an apple and you'd stud it with cloves all the way around.
And then you put it in a drawer.
Yeah, you put it like hang it in your closet, or you put it in like the drawer of clothes, and it.
And then you get like a wrinkled old apple.
Yeah, it makes like a sweet, spicy smell for like a year. The clove oil keeps it from rotting. Because it's a natural antifungal. If you ever read Richard Scarry books with your kids, they're like pomander apples in there, like in several of them.
Okay, that's the American Chiller. Is that the?
He's a German children's author, but yeah.
Okay.
Read in English. Great books.
So, yeah. So they meet the sail mistress.
Yeah, Ben says the docks constantly stink. So yeah, it could be like against the smell of fish and putrid, whatever, you know. Could be for the poop on the boat.
No, that makes sense. Yeah. But it seems like this is kind of more of a. Well, I'm sure they eat fish and stuff, but this seems like kind of more of a cargo ship. So we meet the Windfinder.
It's a trading vessel, right?
Yes, yes. And we meet also the husband, who is, his title is I think it's Cargo Master.
Cargo Master, yep.
I don't see it on it. Yeah, am I still Cargo Master wife? So, yeah, I don't know how much.
So is this a matriarchal society?
We know it. Well, it looks like it's at least a matriarchal boat.
Oh, the tattoos on their hands are the stars and seabirds. So it is the symbol of Athan Mier.
Oh, awesome.
I don't know why I think that's so funny.
A cloud of perfume surrounded the two, a slightly musky scent wafting from the lacy gold boxes. The tattoos on their hands were stars and seabirds, surrounded by the curls and whirls of stylized waves.
That's awesome. That's well done. No, Josh, you figured out the icon. And their little weed boxes.
Yeah, they're musky. They're not sweet smelling.
Yeah, let's just think of it as they just have like. I'm
imagining it's like patchouli or like some sort of like opium or frankincense or myrrh, something like that.
Yeah. Something that like when you're smelling around and everyone's like, "What do I stink?" And they're like, "Yes, you do."
Sorry.
It's good to see Moonblade back.
Hello,
Moonblade. Slice the sky.
Moonblade.
So, I love how both of them choose the green Aja as their house.
Uh-huh.
A little unexpected, maybe, to me, a bit.
Yeah,
But-
why was it unexpected to you?
I mean, I guess it makes sense that Nynaeve would choose the green Aja since she wants to marry, or at least, you know, have a relationship with Lan. But, and I guess, oh, no, Elaine has Rand in her future, potentially. Yeah, so I guess maybe it does make sense. I don't know. Elaine didn't strike me as a green.
Wait, you think that they want to be with one person, so you think they'd be good to be in?
Well, they want to be
green?
with men, period.
Right. Okay. Just in general. So that. Okay. Yeah. So like
It precludes them from being reds, probably
red.
whites or browns,
Right.
potentially grays.
Maybe we don't.
I think the way it was
Blues
phrased,
don't seem to take men either.
yeah, the way it was phrased, it was like there's some Aes Sedai that get married. Some of the Greens do anyway.
Right.
And that was like pretty much the only Aja that even hinted that some Aes Sedai get married.
Right.
If I remember correctly.
Cool.
So.
And all
that's-
three of them have chosen green as their de facto answer in the face of questioning or presentation, right?
So
We
if they were not green, who would you think Nynaeve would be?
I thought Nynaeve would be blue.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, I saw Nynaeve as like, aren't yellow the healers?
Yellow are the
Yellow.
healers, correct?
Yeah.
We haven't really met very many of them, so.
I mean,
that's
yeah,
not
I don't
on
really
my
know.
radar.
I don't really know the yellow Aja. Just like kind of like like blue or yellow. But shit,
Yeah.
my headcanon's all fucked up because of the show, and she wears green all the time in my head. So
right.
she like green fucking works for me.
That's funny.
That's really funny. Yep.
That's how I feel about it.
Thank you. And those are both great answers. I mean, yeah, it's like a personality test where someone says, "I'm a Taurus," and they go, "Hey, I can see that," and they go, "Oh no, I mean I'm an Aries," and they're like, "Oh yeah, I can see that too." And they're like, "No, actually, I'm a Pisces." Okay, I can see that. You know. Anyways,
that's a good
shit all
point.
over
Why
astrology.
Elno says kind of sus when you have green Ajas with no warders. So clearly,
ooh, yeah.
If the sea folk knew that this is traditionally the way it went, that'd blow their cover.
Yeah, two green.
But don't all of them, do reds take orders? No, right?
I would fucking hope not.
No, but the greens take one.
Greens
or
and
more.
blues, right? Yeah. Greens could have one or more, but presumably, I guess we don't see Varen having one either.
Yeah, we do.
Varen has a warder in the
We
book.
did see her with the warder, but then when we saw her,
She sent them away. Yeah.
Oh,
the
she sent them away.
boys after they had
Oh,
she
this
was
is like
by
a couple
herself.
in the first book or the second book.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, got it.
So this boat has a Shanchin helmet set in like a pedestal, and they'd come to blows to some point. It says, quote, "Wave Dancer encountered a Shanchin ship last year. They wished to take him, but I did not wish to give him up." She shrugged slightly. "I have the helmet to remind me, and the sea took the Shanchin. The light be merciful to all who sail. I will not."
So this
go
is one
close
of
to
the
their
helmets of the beetle things, the alien guys, or is it a skull?
The Shanchin have the helmets that look like insect heads.
Right, because they have the things they ride like horses are
They have those Grom things.
Groms. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
But this says it was a helmet like the head of some monstrous insect, lacquered in red and green with a narrow white plume to either side, one broken. So we know from the Shanshan they have channelers. In fact, Nynaeve curtly says you were lucky. Quote, the Shanshan hold captive women who can channel and make them channel as a weapon. If they had one on that ship, you would be regretting ever having seen it. But they just kind of ignore that.
Well,
Do you
they
think she's
probably
right?
I think they probably know that because they fought one and took care of it.
Well, we've seen what the Soldom and the what they can do. Damane and the Soldom. Egwin was blowing up things of Earth and stuff. Do you think the Sea Folk have a counter to that, or was there no Soldom on that boat?
My thought was either there was no Soldom or they let them get they didn't fight immediately. They let them get so close as to come aboard, and then they killed them. So there was no need. They didn't blow them up because they didn't run. But I don't know.
Okay.
We don't know. I guess it's the answer.
Right on. Yeah. It says, I will not go close to a vessel with ribbed sails again. Coin A says.
So we got a question from chat. Moonblade asks, what do you think the armor represents?
The armor represents to them symbolically. I think she says. Right.
Yeah, she says, I have the helmet to remind me. And,
yeah, I mean.
And the sea took the Shanshan.
Light be merciful to all of us who sail.
To all of us who sail, which is bitchin', which is such like a universal, hey, we're all in the seas. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, we do learn that they're like born and die on the water, right?
Right.
David
Exactly.
Grohl, nice. He used one of those plumes to play the cymbal.
Nice. Yeah, I would like sing a Foo Fighters song right now. It'd be really cool, but
hitting the cymbal with the.
Can you name one Foo Fighters song?
Water that's forever.
Oh, you do.
Everything would be all one down and
That's
only
what he
thing
sounds.
I ever ask of you. Gotta promise not to kill me when I say on chin. She said. Dude, I'm killing it. I'm killing it right now.
You're
Seriously,
so on point. We might get copyright stricken from that amazing cover, Dan.
Well, guys, you're welcome. I hurt my throat.
Trying to sing like Dave Grohl.
Yeah. Hey, guys, we have a drinking obligation. I'm just going to read it out loud and let you guys picture what's going on. And it's pretty much a woman comes into the meeting. It was the young woman who took her attention, though, and nearly brought a gasp. She was bare to the waist, just like men above. Elaine hit her shock very well, she thought, but Nynaeve sniffed loudly. Nynaeve sees a topless woman and just gives a big ol'.
Damn it, Dan, shut up.
What?
Shut up.
Let's
We've been on Twatcast too
Drink.
long.
And she's, yeah. Well, I'm gonna drink. All right, because it's boobs, Ryan. I wrote boobs on my book.
Do they have nipple piercings?
There it is. Proof. Boobs. That's a good question. That'd be pretty punk rock. Have a nipple piercing to your nose, to your ear with like weird snuff boxes and medallions and stuff hanging? That'd be fucking way punk rock.
A nipple piercing to your ear?
Yeah.
It's dangerous.
Well, they have it from their nose to their ear, which seems pretty dangerous. Why not just add the nips? Hey,
like why stop
like
there?
a
Keep
chili
going,
three-way.
Dan.
It's like a chili three-way. All right,
chili five-way.
Five-way. All right, so they're like, hey, we really want to ride with you, and we brought a gift. Wink, 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 wink. It's a gift, wink. Of like $3,000, 3,000 million gold. They got 30. They got 30 bitcoins.
In the 90s, which is like $5 billion.
Which is so much. This was when they were like, you could buy Bitcoin. It took 2 Bitcoin for a Domino's pizza.
I think it was more like 5, but yeah.
Do you remember that?
Yeah, I think it was like 150 Bitcoin, but it's okay.
Crazy. Yeah, that's a $300,000 pizza. Now. Anyway.
No, now it's more like he said, like 5 million.
What do you mean? 5 Bitcoin is 60K first?
Back then, it was worth nothing. Anyways.
Yeah. Moon Shredder. What is that?
Oh, well, yeah, no, we have a new friend, Moon Schroeder. He,
oh, okay. Oh, I see. That's our friend?
Yeah, new friend.
Guys, don't click on that. So we learned that the sea folk don't generally hang out with Aes Sedai. Wait, curiosity tickled her tongue. Where's that? I'll drink to that.
That makes sense.
I don't know. But let's do it. They were saying, so I guess that 3,000 gold crowns, it was a bucket load of money. It says, quote, a vast sum for the gift of passage, she murmured, even counting that you asked me to alter my sailing plans. I'm more surprised now than ever. This was something that could buy 2 or 3 of those boats. That was 3,000. 3,000 can go a long way in that day and age, it seems. And yet she's like, here, this letter, here's a check. It's a cashier's check. I sign it over to you. It's all yours. She's like, well, that's fucking weird. We don't even generally take Aes Sedai because you guys are weird. And now this is making me feel even more weird. But
they're only allowed to refuse passage to Aes Sedai.
Right. And she's like, are you going to refuse us passage? And they start talking about Rand. It says, quote, the sail mistress unlatched one arm of her chair, rose, and went to peer out of the stern window of the stone. Her earrings and the medallions across her left cheek glittered in the light of the rising sun. He can wield the one power, so I have heard, and he holds the sword that cannot be touched. The Aiel have come over the dragon wall to his call. I have seen several in the streets, and it is said they fill the stone. The stone of Terra has fallen, and war breaks out over the nations of the land. Those who once ruled have returned and been driven back for the first time. Prophecy is being fulfilled. And Elaine's like, yep, he's the Dragon Reborn. They're like, yeah, whatever. I don't give a shit. We're looking for the Cormor, baby! Yep. One more Messiah to add to the list. So we have the Dragon Reborn. We have
he who comes with the dawn.
He who comes with the dawn.
He who comes with the dawn. The Karakron. And now we have a Cormor. And it says the Jende prophecy, the prophecy of the Cormor. Not the one you wait for and dread. He's the one we seek. She goes on to say, at the breaking of the world, our ancestors fled to the safety of the sea while the land heaved and broke as storm waves do. It is said they knew nothing of the ships they took to flee, but the light was with them and they survived. They did not see the land again until it was still once more, and by then much had changed. Everything, the world drifted on the water and the wind. It was in the years after that the Gende prophecy was first spoken. We must wander the waters until the Koramor returns and serve him at his coming. Woo! Guys!
Why are we not drinking for that?
Okay.
Yeah.
Serve him at his coming.
Serve him at his coming.
Serve him at his coming. Okay, that's a good one. It also says the prophecy is being fulfilled. He is the Koramor. I said I serve him. You are proof of that you are here in the city. That is in the prophecy as well. Quote, the white tower shall be broken by his name, and Aes Sedai shall kneel to wash his feet and dry them with his hair. And Nynaeve's like, well, fuck that if you're expecting me to dry anyone with my hair.
Very direct biblical Christ metaphors here.
And so in the Christ metaphor, it was a prostitute who washed his feet with oils and dried it with her hair. And the townspeople were yelling at him saying, what are you doing? And he's like, what? What's wrong with this? This feels really good.
Dan,
you should try it.
Prostitute? What? No, Dan. Everyone knows.
No,
that's the old translation.
Ryan, I'm quoting King James.
No, that's the old translation. It's a pro.
All right, harlot.
She's a prostitute. She's a prostitute. We just no one knows what a stitute is, but she's not a prostitute. She's a prostitute.
Guys, did you see that a couple Sundays ago? That superb owl.
It was a great game.
What?
It was a great game. The Superb Owl.
All right. So, what do you guys? What do you think? We get a little info dump that I read out loud.
We're trying our best here. Jesus.
No, we're doing it. We're doing this, right? I think this show is going great, guys. This is
pronounce this.
Pronounce this.
Superb Owl. We learned some things about the sea folk. We learned that they split at the breaking of the world. They were not sea folk, but they learned and didn't come back until after everything was all settled and stuff. I don't know how long that took, but that was it certainly wasn't just a year or two. I mean, we're talking about people just water worlding this shit. They're just they're just floating for years.
Just paddling away. They're just soggy as shit.
So give me your impressions about what you think about this culture. We haven't heard much about them before meeting them here. We've heard that they had nice porcelain. Sea folk porcelain is delicate and whatnot. But that's almost like just Two Rivers tobacco. That's just what they make. But here we hear the prophecy and we hear this stuff. Josh, what are your thoughts about this the sea folk as it's presented in this chapter?
I mean, they're just like, pirates. I don't know what else to really say about them at this point. I mean,
just very, very religious pirates.
Mismatch.
Well, they do decline all money.
Yeah, it's like a mishmash of different cultural idioms, but with like a strong pirate undercurrent to it.
Like, are you guys familiar with like the Phoenicians? I think they were kind of the sea folk of the ancient world, weren't they?
Phoenicians?
Yeah.
I mean,
they're from the desert.
No,
but they were
on the water.
Phoenicia?
Phoenicia is it's in the where Iran and that part, but they were on the sea.
Yeah, I thought that they were like the sea folk of.
Well, they all
they
of
were
those
the
cultures
Navy kind of people.
sailed,
Yeah.
but yeah. I mean, that's how they traded, with.
No, I'm saying they had a gift, Josh. Don't diminish the Phoenicians. See,
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah. See,
I mean,
exactly, BR.
I do wonder if it's a matriarchal culture.
All right, now everyone's agreeing with you, Dan.
No, let's go. Until the people in Athens put their big old mirror on those boats and burned them up at sea.
Bro, I thought you said the Peloponnesians, not the Phoenicians. I thought you were saying the Peloponnesians. Oh, I always get them confused.
Hey guys, the sea folk have glasses.
Yes.
They have eyeglasses. A peculiar wire framework over his ears to hold clear lenses in front of his eyes. Yeah. It said the sea folk make the best looking glasses and burning lenses and the like, of course, somewhere on their island, but Elaine had never seen anything like the device. So apparently glasses aren't a thing on Ranland. So you know. Now we know.
Uh-huh. I'm loving that there's a Depeche Mode being quoted in our chat. Not my favorite song by them, but
I'm all right with that. I'm all right with that. You know what? Person Jesus is in my top 6.
What? No, it doesn't stand up. It doesn't stand. I mean, I would listen to 101. Yeah, no, it doesn't.
Personal Jesus.
If he said Jesus, it would stand up.
Someone to hear. No, come on. Ryan, reach out and touch Faith.
See? Doesn't stand up. You're already making fun of yourself. Touch Faith. Yeah, that's like his dick's Faith. Yeah, I named my dick Faith. I
literally listened to 101 like last weekend on album, and I was just like, a lot of these songs are fucking cool. But Personal Jesus was after that.
Yes.
But Master and Servant, come on.
Yeah, it's great. Yes. Blasphemous Rumors. There's so much emotion.
All right, so Nynaeve spills the beans that they are hunting Black Aja. Says, she's like, we gotta go to Tanchico. She's like, well, why the fuck would I go to Tanchico? She's like, all right. Quote, we hunt the Black Aja, Sail Mistress. We believe some of them are in Tanchico. Oh, this was Elaine actually speaking. We must find them, else they may harm the Dragon Reborn, the Koramor. And the Windfinder, or is it the Windfinder? Sail Mistress and Windfinder.
Yeah.
Windfinder says we have to do this. We can take them, my sister. We must. And they decide to go ahead and do it. The husband shows up. He's like, hey, I got all kinds of cargo. I've been doing my job. They're like, we're off to Tanchico. And he's like, fuck. Well, thanks for telling me, lady. I've been just doing my job because we were going to Maine, right? This was the... fuck. She's like, hey, I'm the boss. You're the slosh. Back off. He's like, all right, cool. All right. He salutes. She's like, fuck, he saluted. I need to make this up. And here's a drinking obligation. Quote, I must make this up to him. Koine murmured softly, staring at the door. Of course, it is pleasant making up with him, usually. He saluted me like a deck boy, sister. So, the fact that he's like, well, all right, I gotta make this up to him.
I mean, which one?
I gotta do sex stuff. All right.
I mean, sometimes I wake up in the morning and I salute Kay like a deck boy. I mean, which one are we drinking to is what I'm wondering. There's so many lines. So, okay.
It's
So.
pleasant making out with him. The fact that she's like, I gotta fuck him. All right. I gotta wear my that weird thing that he likes. I gotta
These are like an
him.
oddly confessional like
I gotta get
peoples.
2 knuckles. Yeah, I know.
Like, isn't it weird that I felt it was a little weird that they're just like so openly talking about that in front of.
Well, Mayene was, the Mayeners are open about their sexuality, and these women, the Athan Mier women, are, seen as being hotties and desirable by many cultures. We've already learned that several times.
All right, let's put this out there. BR is asking: is it confessional or strange, or is Nynaeve TAVERN?
I still think, I think all 3 of the girls are TAVERN in their own way, but certainly Nynaeve and Egwene.
Okay. Okay, said I.
Yeah, and the Mistress
said
goes
Kay.
on to say,
Dan, I want to know Kay's thoughts.
I'm sorry.
Kay, do you think Nynaeve is a TAVERN?
Yeah,
Okay. Awesome.
I do. My wig is killing my head right now.
Oh shit.
Well, we only got one more page. We learned that that they are gonna have to keep it secret. She's like, yeah, I'm gonna have to make it up to him, but I'm still gonna have to be deceiving. I can't let him know that you're Aes Sedai. This will fuck up my
Don't
marriage.
wear your rings.
I'm gonna get divorced. I'm gonna get fucking divorced. All right, Jules. That was my Pulp Fiction. I'm doing
Fuck yeah.
like Tarantino.
I like it. It's good.
I didn't do his other line where he was talking about a sign. So he's like, all right. He's like, I gotta keep you secret, Aes Sedai. What you are and why you travel. Many among my crew consider Aes Sedai bad luck. If they knew they not only care Aes Sedai, but toward a port where other Aes Sedai may serve, the Father of Storms, which is a cool phrase for the Dark One.
Yeah.
Father of Storms,
Uh-huh.
because they're sea folk. The grace of the light shone on us that none was close enough to hear me call you so above. And she asked them to keep their rings down below and just kind of keep it on the DL, guys. This is going to fuck up my gig if you advertise that you're Aes Sedai. And she's like, don't worry about it. And she's like, okay, cool. You keep your money. I'll take it out of my own coin, sister. I do this for the Coromor. I will see you safe ashore where you wish. If it pleases the light, it shall be done. It is agreed under the light as she touches the fingers of her right hand to her lip.
I actually have that highlighted. I really like that quote.
Uh-huh. Dan, did you do it when you were reading? Did you reenact it?
Be like,
I didn't that. No, I
Raise
do
right
more
hand.
facial or stutter things. Like if someone like I did sniff.
You did, huh?
Yeah.
And you're like,
sniff loudly. I was like,
you would?
And then the slender woman blushed furiously. I tried to do that.
Uh-huh.
No such luck.
Try it again.
Yeah.
Try it again. Yeah.
Nothing, right?
Nothing. Totally nothing.
Totally lifeless. Lifeless white felt.
See, you guys should have said that you could see, like I had toilet paper on my shoe or something, and I'd be like so ashamed, and then I would have worked. But I just can't do it on my own. I have to react to insults. Just so you know, next time.
Next time.
Yeah.
Next time.
So Wave Dancer jumps. Boom. Wave Dancer. Boom. There we go. It says, quote, Wave Dancer rose like his name, leaping, pounding against the dock. And by the way, it seems the sea folk do not follow the traditional norms that we know of considering ships in the female pronouns.
Mm-hmm.
There she blows. There she's, you know.
This whole, I hope this, the
well, this
Titanic.
is more of an indication about it being a matriarchal culture. At least the boat's being captained by women, right? That it's a him.
Okay, and men are sturdy. Yeah. But there was a whipping back and forth. And then, quote, finally it was over. The leap slowing, growing smaller. Koine scrambled to her feet and raced for the ladder, Joran at her heels, already shouting orders to look for damage to the hull. So whatever happened to this boat was not normal. It wasn't just them leaving the dock. It was them surging and actually perhaps hitting the dock or a rock or something. There was some sort of major event, though, that everyone's reacting to. That's where we ended on.
And here's another little tidbit of confirmation about that. Properly, Aes Sedai, since you serve the Coromor, I should honor you as I would sail mistress and windfinder of another ship. We should bathe together and drink honeyed wine and tell each other stories to make ourselves laugh and weep.
Sounds awesome. Sounds so awesome.
Does sound fun. Party.
Just get naked and drink wine.
I'm so glad you read that. That's like the last thing that I highlighted too.
Yeah, it's
just really great. Yeah.
That was last weekend.
And so, Kay, was your thinking that what made the ship buck was whatever made the tower, the stone ring like a bell?
Probably, yeah.
Someone asked a long time ago in chat, was that sound the culmination of the bells ringing and that one plane finally hitting this plane of existence?
Maybe. Like I said, that's what it called back to for me.
Yeah. Oh, that's someone being you. Damn it. No, I think someone in chat. Yeah, I like that idea.
Yeah,
so what are you guys' thoughts on the sea folk as we've met a couple and spoken with them?
R, matey. They love R-rated movies and they eat at Arby's.
They don't debate, they argue. Arby's, we got the meat.
Oh,
yeah, Kay, what are your thoughts?
Go ahead. I just totally spaced out.
Yeah, so do you guys have any?
I think I already answered. I mean, they're tough and hardworking, different enough from what we've seen before to seem unique, but also familiar enough because they seem to be a blend of historical Earth cultures, kind of mishmashed together to create this somewhat recognizable but yet alien-seeming new culture.
It says, quote, most of us set no foot on the land except to await another ship, another sailing. Strong men weep when they must serve ashore. Women ashore go onto a ship to bear their children in a rowboat if none is at hand, for we must be born on the water as we must die on it and be given to it in death.
Brother Dan, now we know about why all those strong men were constantly weeping in front of Trump.
Why's that?
Because they were missing the water.
Because they wanted to be on boats? Yeah.
So
that makes sense.
That's like
Big
the
strong men. They're just weeping.
The sailor's burial, right, is wrapped in tossed into the sea.
I thought that was called the Bin Laden. Sorry.
I'm out. Good show, guys.
All right, guys. Hey.
Thanks everybody for hanging out. It has been.
Yeah. No.
Be warm here again.
All right, let's get into it. Now that the soft crew's left, let's really get into it. Bin Laden, he's alive. He's with Jeffrey Epstein. They're on an island.
Are they?
Fuckers.
With who else? Who else is on the island?
Oh,
Dick Cheney.
Huh?
Dick Cheney.
Dick Cheney. Yep. The ghost of Richard Nixon.
Oh, because he's Tuatha on the air. He's got a dick chain.
Yes.
All right. Good night.
Good night, everybody.
Love you.
All right, we love and care for you. I hope you do the same for yourself.